everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Welcome.
Let's see, it takes a few minutes for it to announce me live.
Right there. We're live.
Let's see if I can get this moving.
Come on in, people.
As long as you, be careful. When I say it, she barks, but when you say it, she doesn't
just
bark.
sitting over here. There's 6 people in there.
Okay. Let's see if we can get this to load on the computer.
Hi, Tater.
Tater's in here?
Yep.
Oh, no misbehaving.
Kristen and Marcia. Hi, Marcia.
Hi, Marcia. Got a few of your cards we're going to...
Hi, Barb.
All right.
Hi, Jean.
Welcome.
Up to 16.
Great. I'm just going to add a few. And done.
Hope everybody's weather's a little bit better than ours. Yeesh.
Yeah, it's still kind of chilly. It's going to get better. I see Nicola. I see France. I see Brenda. I see Tater watching from Mars. I see Ann. I see Beth Ann. I see Madison. I see Jean from North Dakota. What's the weather like up there?
Probably warmer than what it is here.
Well, I don't know. It seems cold here.
I see everybody sharing the fun.
You be safe on your drive home, Madison. So, we got Ireland, Kathy Appleby, Jerry Lynn, welcome. Come on in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, okay, Bill?
Yeah.
We got some announcements, and I've got some great projects and stuff. So,
Hello, Connecticut.
That Ornate Garden is still an early order. It goes live. You can pre-order it now until May 31st. I've shown it a couple of times. There's 2 sets of dies, 2 stamp sets. If you buy them together, you of course save 10%, or you can buy the whole bundle. It has the ornate flower embossing folder, the ribbon pack, and the gems. But let me just show you something. Now this is done in kind of some retro paper that comes with it. And I have heard some talk that some people don't like the retro paper. So as you remember, last week I used the set. This is the Emboss Folder. And I just did some black and white and a pop of color, and kaboom. It takes on a whole new look, right?
Kaboom is right.
Kaboom. So... this is something that you can, it's an early release from the new catalog, so it's something that you can get early if you'd like to. And you can also put it on your kit if you want to join my team. I cannot say enough about Last Chance products. In fact, when I go through some cards that I've made recently using some products, some of them have already sold out. This is till June 2nd or until supplies last. There have already been things that have sold out. The leaf punch, Bill.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the Starburst punch is still available. I've checked that out because that's so important to me.
Oh, of course.
But if there's something that you want before this catalog, the current catalog goes away, this is the time you need to get it. If you place an order with me, first of all, I'd appreciate it, and you're eligible for my perks program. But also, use this host code if it's $149.99 or less. I would very much appreciate this. So Last Chance products, you can just shop now right here on Facebook. I have a blue shop now button, and it'll take you to my store, online store, and there's a thing, a button off to the left hand side that says Last Chance products. Click on that and it'll show you everything. So Paper Pumpkin, Bill.
Paper Pumpkin. Hey, I got to go get it out of the mailbox. It was awesome.
So let me just show Paper Pumpkin. So the month of May's Paper Pumpkin has been delivered now. It was using 4 of the in colors, and I want to just show you these projects. Now, I made most of them. I like the projects. It comes with it's a subscription, so it's a box that comes right to your mailbox, and each month.
Just right in there.
Yes, and unless you have a lot of mail, right?
You have a lot of mail, yeah.
Then they put it at our doorstep. Sometimes I get a lot of mail, but it had 12 cards that you can do. And let me just show you really quick because they were fabulous, and I thought the design of them were great. It had lined envelopes to match. Love this, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh, happy day. And then this one I changed up from theirs. They had one that just said hey and it had clouds. I just didn't care for that, so I did my own thing. I like the You're Amazing. So I just wanted to show you these because this came featuring the new in colors, which is great. But let me just tell you, this is past, okay? I just wanted to tell you how exciting it was. This is the present. So if you sign up between May 11th and June 10th, you can get in on the June box.
Might want to do it early.
This last one sold out, so I have a feeling this one is too. So the whole thing behind the Sunshine box is, I don't know if you've seen this before, about sending a little sunshine to people. You buy some yellow things and you just send it in through the mail, or you drop it off at their house, and it's just a little box of sunshine, kind of a pick-me-up. And I had kind of printed this off, this box of sunshine. So they made the cards. There's going to be cards in this, and they made them to be the bright yellow sunshiny cards. And then on top of it, it has a nice bright box like Sarah, who's the CEO of Stampin' Up, is showing here. And it also has like a label that you can put on the box, so you can re-gift your sunshine box. And I guess they did even yellow tissue paper, so you can wrap the little gifts in it.
Wow.
To give a sunshine box away. So I think this one's going to go quick. So be sure, if you would like to sign up, you can sign up through me, and I will post a link to that at the end of our Facebook Live. I have an absolutely wonderful team, and we're looking to grow. There is a couple of really awesome things about signing on right now. We've got a new catalog. Let me just show you.
Yep. Ooh.
I can't open it yet until it goes live, but I can show it to you. This new catalog is going live June 3rd. And if you sign up on my team, you can actually purchase things from the new catalog in your kit. So get stuff early. So this is a great time to do that. Plus, I just have an amazing team. Yep. Piccadilly Perks. So every $35 purchase that you order through me, you will receive, it's kind of like a punch system. So buy 10, get one free. Piccadilly is 10 letters. So I give you a letter, essentially. I feel like Vanna. Yeah. Turn in a letter.
Turn
Oops.
The letter over.
Just knocked over all of these. So, let me put that back here. Buy 10, get one free. I'm gonna pay the shipping and handling and the tax on that. So this is a really good program. Again, if you are just making a $35 purchase, please use this host code.
That host code's good through first of the month.
I will let you know I'm doing new projects tonight. And
oh, really?
Yes, I am. Using out of the new catalog as a little sneak peek. And I am going to have the cards that I make be one of the giveaways for tonight. Ooh. And they're awesome, if I do say so. So if you want in, what's that?
Your circles.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Oh.
If you want into the drawing for next week's giveaway, all you have to do is share this video right now to your Facebook wall or to some crafting group. Invite a friend in. I surely do appreciate that. So let me go on. I have a couple of cards that came to me from one of my customers. This is from Marsha. Isn't this cute? I love how she did the little frame on that. This is the Nature's, I can't think of the name of it. Nature. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a current one that's going over. This is really cute. This is from Sia Silhouette, which is also carrying over.
Well, that's cool.
And this little punch was one of the free punches from celebrations here that ended in March, but it is going to be coming over, so that's pretty awesome. And look at this beauty. Isn't this gorgeous? So she cut out the little milk jug and she filled it with, even using the sprig punch and the vellum. Isn't that cute? So thank you, Marcia, for these. Bill gets a kick running out to the mailbox and stuff.
Every time I leave the house, basically.
Yeah. Okay, and before we go to the projects, I got a couple more things. I've been kind of posting. I have done a series of cards, and I've done more than one of these cards. I just want to show them to you. So I love the saying, I made you a card because you're worth it. I just took the Perennial Essence, and it's getting down to the end of the season and stuff, and I have leftover ribbons and I have leftover embellishments. I don't want them to go to waste. I mean, here's some that aren't carrying over, which makes me sad, but I mean, I'm using them up. I do things for donate and giveaways. So here's another one. Oh,
they like Marcia's cards.
Yes, gorgeous. So this one was from Modern Heart. I just paired it with the background was the kind of watercolor wash in Granny Apple Green and Coastal Cabana. And then I paired it with our heart punch because it said, "You're all heart." And I thought, oh, that's a cute thank you card. Here's the one that I just did on my blog, and I did make multiples of this. I'm going to say I'm really going to miss that little stamp set. Of course, it's still available. The punch will be carrying over, which is great because then you can still make ideas off of this, but the actual stamp set is not. So if that's something that you want for the nice little blooms coming out of the vase, I think it's so cute. And then I just did a little bit of... this was also Lovely Lipstick, which is going out. Wah. It's a pretty color. Here's one. I'm using the poppies. I thought it was really cute, but I wanted to use the leaf punch again before I can't use the leaf punch. So obviously you guys can use the leaf punch. That's it, although it is sold out now, but I wanted to use it. So I use it on a lot of my things like donate stuff. Punches are very expensive and they take a lot of room to store, so I think the idea was to go to dies because they store much smaller in your stamp areas and they're cheaper for you in the long run. So, but anyway, I like how easy punches are, and I think that was cute. I did a lot with the pressed petals. I think the pressed petals is so pretty, and so I wanted to play around with that. This paper, as you can see, does the work, and I believe this is available too till the end of the month. We're getting right down there. Here I added a little bit of texture behind it with this one. I just think it's cute, and I used some of the Rococo Rose with it. Thinking of you, I want to use that leaf punch. And of course, you guys know I can't stand to not use my 2-inch circle and the starburst, so I wanted to use that. And then of course, one of my favorite sets has been the, I made some sunshine cards, and it has been the Botanical Prints, and you either like it or you don't. I've seemed to notice I like it quite a bit, and so I just used the back side of this lemon paper was the stripes, but I used it on this lemon paper also and punched it out. Quite easy. This was just, it's the crushed curry went nicely with it. Now I made several of each kind, so I have a stack of cards to be sending out.
She's been pretty busy.
I have. I've got a few fundraisers, one for the animal shelter, the local animal shelter around here. So, and again, before the demonstrations, I love to give you guys information. So I went ahead and made a couple of things. The Tasteful Textures, which is one of the new sets. I love the font. I love this feather. I love this feather. It stamps out just like this. It's beautiful. I've got a cute card, but Bill says I have to save it. I wanted to share it with you. But it comes with these Tasteful Label dies. And so to make it easy for you, I went ahead and chose a nice bright color here, and I punched them out. So there's a couple of reasons. One, I want you to notice that some of the images, and I don't know if you will on camera, but I'm going to tell you, some of the images have stitched around them and some of them have embossed around them. I love that they get that little fine line of embossing around that label. And then I had to point out, because this and this shape are actually the same thing, but I use the new pink because it's just out there and I think it's awesome. I punched out this shape, which is very similar to my favorite Starburst. It is smaller than the Starburst punch, I will tell you that, but the 1.5 inch circle, which is carrying over, does pair with that. So that is the Tasteful Labels dies with the Tasteful Label touches. And with this, if you buy them together, you save an extra 10%.
Oh, cool.
Yes. This is another one where if you buy the Lovely Labels punch and the Lovely You stamp set, you save an extra 10%. But this is hard to understand how this works. So you get 6 different styles of punches out of this to make labels. So if you use a 1 inch strip of paper, which is going to be the black paper on each of these, you run that through, you're going to get these 2 different styled labels. If you do on the Grapefruit Grove a 3/4 inch strip of paper, you get these style endings of your labels. And if you do a 1/2 inch, you get these style. Now, you don't have to, here's the neat part, you don't have to make them this big. You can make them what you need to with your project. However, I'm going to tell you this. If you get on here, if you look at the punch and you can see it shows you the diagram, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is, 1, cut your paper straight. If it is off a little bit and it's thinner at one end, when you push it in, it's going to stop because it's thicker at the other. So you want your paper straight. Make sure, measure twice, cut once. Secondly, you don't, if you get too short and it doesn't have the guide, if you're in there way too short, it will wiggle and it won't punch straight. So you have to have that guide. So, and Bill doesn't want me to show you the other project that I made with it, but I had a great example. It's coming out soon, so you'll see it soon enough. But I wanted you to see how this works. It does 6 different labels in 6 different sizes, and you adjust how big or how long you want it. So that's called Lovely You and Lovely Labels bought together, 10% off. And then last but not least, and I know this is a lot of extra, but there's so much information here. I went ahead and did the in colors. They're all in the middle. So we have Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee, and Misty Moonlight. And I have them paired with pinks and greens and all the different colors to kind of show you. So this is our current one. This is Melon Mambo, which I thought it was going to be kind of similar, but as you can see, this is a shade lighter and brighter. And this is Flirty Flamingo, which I thought was very bright. It is in our Brights family, but it's a little more peach. Okay, same with the Just Jade. This is Mint Macaron. This is Pretty Peacock, which is one of our in colors from last year that's carrying over. So it's a nice green, kind of a aqua-y green. Little less blue though. We needed a warm brown. Our browns tend to be kind of on the true brown, gray brown. This is a nice warm brown. It's going to look good with a lot of animal things that you like to do, little critter stuff. Bumblebee, in love with it. I was surprised at how much I was in love with it, but I really am. It is not as bright as Crushed Curry. It's very similar as far as the intensity, but it looks really good, and we're going to be using this tonight. And then and this is So Saffron and Daffodil Delight. And then we have the Misty Moonlight. It is a really complimentary to the Night of Navy, not so much with the Pacific Point, but that's kind of the same color family, so you can see. So it's really nice to have just a few little extras, I think, to see the combination. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, I like it like that.
Yeah, okay, so I hope that was helpful. So, Bill, do you have anything before we get going?
Oh, and make sure you use that host code.
Oh, you want your... I didn't give him his Scooby treat. You get some Starburst tonight. That's what I had on hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, I can't draw your names out of the drawing if you don't share.
Oh, yes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you did good there. So this is another one of the new sets that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to be using a stamp from here, this little image, the hello, and I'm going to be using some dies out of it, and I'll show you as we go. This is the Forever Fern. Now, it has matching paper that goes with it that's absolutely beautiful in greens. I decided to change it up a notch. It also has... The set itself comes with these Greenery embossed dies. I love these little mini embossing folders.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I looked at it and I was like, well, how am I going to use that? Because I'm so used to using the same size. We're going to show you tonight. I chose to do Mossy Meadow and Terracotta Tile as my colors. I'm going to show you how to use some shimmer paint. If you have not used shimmer paint, this stuff is wonderful. And I'm going to use, and I think right now this may be on back order. This is from the Ornate Garden combo pack, and this is the Terracotta Tile. So I'm going to hand that to you. And where did my project pack go? Oh, here it is.
I don't know. You took it out of the basket.
So I'm going to do something different. I always use Whisper White. I'm changing it up. We're going to do a little very vanilla tonight. So I'm going to start with a card base. Yeah, it's okay to change it up a little bit.
Well, of course. Not every card's the same.
Right. So, because of being on video and I knew I had a little bit of extra, I went ahead and took the liberty of doing a little bit of die cutting and embossing ahead of time. So here is the embossing folder that we're going to use. These again are called the Greenery embossing folders. So this, I don't know how well you can see it. It's got a little up at the top and a little at the bottom, and it's 3 inches. It's much thinner than what we're used to, but it's like 3 1/4 something. I cut this, I believe, at 3, but you know, when I don't put my sticky notes on, no, I cut it at 3 1/4 to match. So you want to line it up really well on here, and it's the embossing folder is a little longer, so I wanted to pair it so that this was kind of in the middle, this negative space. So this is how I cut it. I cut a matted piece of terracotta tile because I decided I wanted a little color on here, so I'm going to mat it like this. But before I do that, let's do a little bit of stamping. Any questions or anything?
No, they love the way you showed those demonstrations of the new stuff.
Of the new stuff?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that that helps because it's kind of, I think I might do this every year now. It's kind of, oh, look at your stamp because it was upside down. So let's get a piece of scrap here and let's make sure I got this on the block straight. That helps too. I need to come, okay. So in the negative space off to this side, I'm just going to stamp the hello from the stamp set.
Hello.
Hello. And I did that in Mossy Meadow because I've die cut some stuff in Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to hand that to you. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Because this is a little bit of an embossed in it, I'm going to do a little bit thicker of a bead around of my glue. I love to use my Tombow Glue. the liquid glue gives you a minute. Now, when you first start using it, I feel like I kind of got it all over the place. But once you get used to it, there's nothing to it, and you kind of end up just loving it. It's very economical if you do a lot of cards, and I do a lot of cards. And it holds in the humidity. And the other thing that I like is it gives you a minute to kind of move it around a little bit. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this now down on my card base. I like to make my base. It's all about the base, right?
That's right.
Okay. I have really gotten into the oranges lately. That Grapefruit Grove that's going out, I really liked that too. And I did not think that I was going to like terracotta tile as much as I have, but I'm telling you what, I'm on like my second or third pack of it. Okay. So then for the next piece of stamping, I just have a scrap piece of the Very Vanilla. And I'm going to take that image of the, I don't know what these little berry things, I'm going to take the image and I'm going to stamp that up right in the terracotta tile. And I think what I'm going to do is get this out of the way and give that to you. Okay.
Cool.
I love this image. This is one of those distinctive images by Stampin' Up, and I think they're cool. So to save some time, I already ran that through the die cut so that we would have one of those ready to go. And I plan on making a few more of these cards, so put that someplace safe.
One question for you.
Sure.
Do you ever use the large end of your glue bottle?
No. I really never do.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
They were just asking.
Yeah, it's there for when you're doing big surfaces, but I always just do a small bead, and this stuff holds. So I'm going to hand that to you. And this, again, was the die cut from it, and I ran it through my die cutting machine just to save some time. Now to show you, I did some, this is the next die cut. Look at these dies that come with this. Is this not beautiful? So I'm not so angry about the leaf punch. I will miss the convenience of it, but I found that when I made this, it really wasn't too bad. These popped out super, super easy. So I just got this flourish here for the background. This is cut out in the Mossy Meadow that I used to stamp down the hello. And then there's this die cut, and I cut this out. I think it's kind of cool. I think maybe I might try to use something and do maybe a wreath with it. I haven't figured it out yet. Haven't had enough time to play. I just got it yesterday. But I cut this out in Pear Pizzazz so that there would be a little bit of difference on here. So let's just go here, and I'm going to take this. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the green glue. You can do, there's many methods. This stuff, I'm not going to do the tips, the ends here, and I'm doing that on purpose because I'm going to kind of fold those up. I'm just going to go through and gently put dots. This stuff is quite tacky. It will stay. Oops, there's a big dot. And I'm going to take this. Here's where the beauty begins. Right here. I love it. I love it. I love it already.
Leaf cuts are from the new catalog, correct?
These, yes. This die cut. Yep, it sure is. This is from, everything that I'm using tonight is from the new catalog, except for maybe like my glue and stuff like that. Okay, then I'm going to take the berries here, and I'm going to do something just a little bit different. So I'm going to use a dimensional here on the back, and I'm going to use one of these smaller ones here on this side. But on here, on the bottom, I'm going to use a glue dot. Why? Because I want the top part to be popped up a little bit off of this image, and then the bottom part glued down like so. Okay, so it has a little dimension in there. Then with this one, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down in the center. Where's the center? There it is. Like this, with a glue dot, kind of going across the bottom like so. So it's kind of spraying off. I use that Ornate Garden terracotta tile ribbon, and I went ahead and pre-tied a little bow in it just for ease. I'm gonna cut that off just for a little time saver because I've been talky.
Hello, Noel.
And then we'll cut, hi Noel. Let's see. I'm going to go this way and this way. Okay, then I'm going to bring the glue dot back. And stick it right on that ribbon. And I'm going to add this to the card. I just love how these are like our little pieces of art, you know? It's like, this is my canvas. I have a paper canvas. Okay, oh wait, we're not done. I'm going to get that scratch paper back. And I'm going to talk about this. So you can buy a 2-pack of these Spritzers. They are a little bitty spritzer right here. They unscrew here. I put in about, I don't know, I fill them about halfway with alcohol. And this is the Shimmer White or Frost White paint. And I put alcohol in here because it dries quick. I'm working with paper and I need something that'll dry quick. And I put 2 like little dollops. You can always add more, but you can't take it out. So you want to shake this up before you do that. There's a little ball in there to move the paint around. And you want to shake this up also before you use it because it will separate with the alcohol and settle down on the bottom. But this is going to give a little shimmer and spritz. So I think I might just do this here. And it is awesome.
Make sure you gotta go in the right way.
I know, I don't want to spray myself in the eye.
Ooh, that's cool.
I know. Now, it's wet, but this is going to dry, and when I hold this up next, it's going to be little shimmers. So I'm probably going to step up. It's still drying. I'll show you more at the end, but I want you to see the, can you see that? I want to see if I can catch the light just right. Can you see the shimmers on there? Isn't that beautiful? So it ends up, I don't know if you remember our old shimmer white paper, but it ends up looking very much like that. When it dries, it's going to get the little, there, that shows up really well, I think. So, okay, that's the first project using the new stuff.
How do you keep your spritzer from getting clogged?
You can rinse it out with warm water, but actually $3 for 2 for $1.50. I just threw mine today when it got clogged and redid it. I mean, and I had it for probably 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, you know, when they're getting kind of funky, myself, but you can rinse them out with warm water. So this will dry by the time we finish the next card. So I'm going to pull out the next project.
Cool.
Thanks for watching on that.
Yeah, well, I'm just watching.
So when I saw this stamp set, I knew I had to have it. I knew for many reasons I had to have it. Now there are a couple of different things because this comes with dies too. And I've done some I don't have it there. Well, maybe I do. I might have one side. I've done some with the punched out. Isn't that gorgeous? And I've done some with the hand colored. This is like paper crafting heaven. When you buy the two together, you get a 10% discount on top of it. So I love that. But I'm not going to be doing that die one. I just had to play around with it. I'm not going to be using that today. I am going to be using the Know That You Are Loved and the big sunflower. I'm going to use the sunflower die to cut that out, and then some leaf dies. Now, there's two different kinds. I'm just going to be using, I have them in the kit. I'll show you as we go. I'm going to use the birch for a background stamp, and we're going to do some blends. So I'm going to hand that to you, and I'm going to pull out the pack, and we're going to start talking about it. Okay, so here's the die that's going to cut it out. Again, to save time, I'm going to show you how I do it, but to save time, I went ahead and pre-cut out what I was going to be using. And then here's the leaf. Now, it does have another cutout where you can have two colors, one on top and one underneath, but I just wanted that airy look of the leaf looking like this. Here, I'm going to hand this to you. And I cut out 3 of them for this project. I just wanted it to be very airy so that you could see through it. And we're going to start. This is that new color. This is called Bumblebee, which I think is a cute name for it. Mm-hmm. And that Bumblebee set is awesome and will go great with this, with the little honeycomb feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just making the card base like I did last time. And then I'm going to pull out the Birch Stamp. Okay, this is awesome for backgrounds. And anybody who knows me knows how much I love background stamping. So I am going to be using, since I don't have the Bumblebee, which in this case, I probably wouldn't have used it anyway. I'm going to be using the Saffron because it's just a step lighter instead of color on color. I just want the birch background to be kind of a background. So I'm just going to go and ink it up everywhere. Here's how I do it. Now, we do have a big stamp. I have more control if I take the paper to the stamp pad. And you don't have to worry about it to be stamped up perfect because it's birch bark. Have you guys seen that? It doesn't have to be perfect.
That's right.
I do try to go straight, though. I'm going to take my scrap piece of paper and put it over top of it. And then I like to take something to kind of rub over it. So the reason why I put the scrap piece of paper on top of it is because the edges don't necessarily, they're inked and they don't, I don't want it on my fingers. So sometimes you'll get that around the edges because the cardstock is smaller than the stamp. And there you have it. So if I would have went the color on color, I think that might have been too bright for what the project is that I'm going to be doing. And Bill, I'm going to hand this back. So again, that is the Birch Stamp set. Put that so I can clean that. I have a piece. This is the new in color too. This is Misty Moonlight. This is a 1/2 inch by 5.5 inches because I want to just break this background up on my card. So I'm just going to glue that down with my liquid adhesive. You're awfully quiet tonight.
Oh, I'm just watching and reading. A lot of people commenting on here.
Uh-oh. I hope it's good, you guys.
It is.
Am I getting hearts?
One question. Do you score your cardstock before folding?
I never do. I know plenty of people do. What I find is if I measure up the 2 ends like this. I place it down with my thumbs. I put my fingers in the middle, if you ever watch me, and then I come down the middle and come out. I never have a problem. My mother scores about every time, doesn't she, when she does it? So it's just preference. I don't take the time to do the scoring. However, on the paper trimmer, it does have a scoring tool on there, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, good question. I also will be using, now this is current, but it is going over. It's the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I'm using the very largest of the stitched scalloped rectangles, the very largest one. I cut that out in Very Vanilla. And Bill, I'm going to hand this to you.
Okay.
I cut it out in Very Vanilla because I like this die, but a lot of times, and this is just kind of a tip, a lot of times I get into the rut of, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put it in the middle. Well, I've been trying really hard to convince myself it's okay to cut something that's pretty, and so we're going to cut something that's pretty. I'm going to take this die, and I'm going to cut it at about 3 3/4. I'm just going to cut that edge off. Now, I could save this really if I wanted to, because this would be cute as, let me pull out a piece of scrap paper here. This would be cute as a little edge underneath of a project. You see, like a little layer. Wouldn't that be adorable? So I can keep that, or I can say goodbye because it's a very small piece. So I'm going to do something that I think is kind of cool, and I hope you do too. I'm going to offset this. I'm going to glue this right down, and I'm going to offset this piece. I think before I do that, let me stamp on it before I do that. I'm going to use Early Espresso ink. I'm going to stamp that sentiment that I talked about earlier, and just to make sure. Okay, I like to test them and make sure it stamps out. I'm going to do this in the bottom corner. I may have to stand to do this in camera. Okay, know that you are loved. I think that's a beautiful saying.
And that's in the new one.
This is with this new sunflower stamp. So I'm just I'm building back up to the star of the show. So we're going to go ahead and put a small bead around of the Tombow liquid glue. And I'm just going to offset it. It's coming down. Because it's the liquid glue, I can move that up and get that straight on that edge. Perfect. So now I'm going to set that aside. Bringing in a scrap piece of paper of Very Vanilla. I have already hooked, and just so you guys can see how big this is, you know I normally use a D block. This is one of the E blocks, so this is a bigger stamp. I'm going to use that, and I am going to use some blends tonight. So I'm going to use my Memento ink, and I'm just going to stamp it up. This is the Tuxedo Black. Making sure to get that inside inky. Sometimes when you're using bigger stamps, I would suggest using the Stamparatus in case you did have a part that didn't stamp down. I'm going to risk it tonight because I already have one cut out. But I'm going to show you just a quick technique that really, you know, we have different kinds of stampers. Some are simple stampers, some are casual stampers, and some are avid stampers. I consider myself actually a casual stamper. However, for you guys, I'm going to do a little bit of coloring. I want to make sure my hands are in camera. Okay, Bill?
They are.
This is our bronze. It is the alcohol marker, and I chose the bronze on purpose because it is a little bit warmer color, like the cinnamon cider. So I'm going to color the middle here in the bronze. I'm doing circular motions. I want to go, I don't want this to bleed a whole big bunch, but I want, so I'm just going to kind of go quickly over it because there is a lot of black in here to get that middle colored. See, it doesn't take long to use blends quickly. When you go to actually blend colors into colors, that's where it takes a little bit longer. And I think I need to explain that to people at some point. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on actually blending colors into them, because a lot of times I use them just to color, but again, I'm one of those casual crafters. So I want to start with, this is the Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to start with the light Daffodil Delight. I'm just trying to teach anybody who's never used these before how to use these nicely and quickly. Do not hang out by the black lines. We don't want this to bleed. Markers will tend to bleed outside the lines if you hang out too close. I am going pretty much just right over it in a quick stroking fashion over these leaves. Just long strokes like that. Okay. As you apply more layers of color, it will continue to get darker and darker. But I am going to go with the dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to change this up a little bit. I'm going to go with, and normally I use the other end. I'm going to use, this might be simpler for people who have first time trying this. Instead of using the brush end, I am going to use the bullet end. And I'm going to go right back over all of these little lines that are already there in the stamp. So as you see what I'm doing, but as I get down to the bottom, I'm just going to come in here, and I'm only going to do this one little section that I've colored so you guys can kind of see. I'm just going to blend it right into that brown. Okay, and if you need to build the color up a little bit more, you can come back. I want the heaviest kind of in the middle. So let me stand up here and see if you guys can see this up close. So it looks like I'm an artist, but really, I'm just fooling around with some markers, okay? I really didn't do any blending in this. However, I think it would be very pretty, and I have a friend that I made recently who is awesome at blending. So this gives you the idea, okay, of how to use them. If you're new to them, start off this direction.
Question, is that picking up some of the brown?
It is not. If anything, maybe I'll just do quick few minutes here. I'm going to just do a quick few minutes. I'll just use the yellow that I have, and I'm going to add some Saffron. So as you use the colors, if you start with the darkest color and you lay some color down, and I want to lay a thick layer of this down. Then you come in with the light color and you go over what you just did. It's going to lighten that area that I just did. It'll lighten it and they'll blend in, and then you can kind of blend away. And as it dries, it's going to change up color. And then I'm using the Saffron dark. I'm going to go right over where I was and color it again. So you can, do you see this line here? And if I want to, so it's not harsh, do little circles over that line. Okay, and then do little circles over this one. Now the color goes on darker, but I don't know if you can see, and then I go over this one. And it hasn't dried, but you will be able to see a variance of colors. And people who are really good at this are amazing. I don't have the patience, so I always do the cheat version. But that doesn't mean that if I took the time and practiced, I couldn't. And like I said, I have this new friend who is amazing at using Stampin' Up! Alcohol markers. So, Jackie, if you're out there, oh, you need to be teaching this. You need to sign up, and you need... Is she? You need to sign up, and you need to be teaching this. Okay, so... I'm going to go back with my pre-done card here that I've already done up for you in my version because I'm not the artist Jackie is. Or I'm not patient enough. I suppose if I took a little time I could do it, but I'm just not very patient at it. So I'm going to take this and I want to just pop this sucker up because, yeah, popped is pretty. Give this card a little bit of dimension. And let's see which way I want it to face. So I'm going to go like that. It's all off center and so cute. Now let's bring our little leaves in.
Are they happy leaves?
They're happy leaves. They're my little Bob Ross happy leaves. So, like I said, you can put a background. I chose not to because I liked the effect. Everything about this is just personal choice and preference and understanding what you like, you know. So, let's just see. I'm going to come in here and then I'm going to take that end and just, I'm sticking it down and then I'm going to curl it up. And I'm going to take another one. This is why I didn't want to, and I think I might stagger that out just a little bit more, and I'm going to curl it up. And then the last one, let's go down. Let's take it, let's go in a little bit farther, and let's curl it up. So you would think I'd be done, but you guys know I love my Wink of Stella. So a clear Wink of Stella is a great way if you don't want to do the shimmer paint, which I'm going to show you that, that's almost dry, to kind of give a little bit of va-va-va-voom to your card. What are they saying? Does anybody like this so far?
Love it. They say the sunflower is amazing.
This sunflower is, and I showed you like the cutout. Even the cutout of it is amazing. So this is the one that I want to see Jackie do her thing with. I want to go close with this because this will, quick strokes, just like the, with what I was doing before, because this will pick up color and it will move it around. So
really?
Yeah, even though it gives this clear on top, I don't think I should do the middle. I think I should just do the petals. So now let me come on up with that birch background, and let's see, you get just a little bit of shimmer. I hope you guys are loving this, and those leaves, and I just love it. I love how it's offset yet center. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Now, I plan on using this a lot, so you guys get used to seeing this set. Let's see if I can come back in and see if you can see. Can you see how that dried?
Yeah.
And it's just like a little shimmer all over the paper and everything. So if you are a shimmer lover, I'm telling you, $3 for a set of 2 of these Stampin' Spritzers, and then I don't know if it's $6 or $7 for let me put this over here, the shimmer paint. There's one also in champagne that I cannot wait to use. I cannot wait for it. And there's so many wonderful stamp sets that are coming out. It's unbelievable. I know I say it every year, but I love this catalog. So here's the thing. Some of you are already my customers, and some of you have started to receive the catalogs through the company. Some of you are not my customers. That's okay. If you would like me to be your demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator, and I would love to send you a catalog. And here is the new catalog. So we're just, how many weeks away are we, Bill?
2 weeks.
2 weeks away. So, and I kind of showed you this set that's used on the front of the catalog. I wish I could open up. I will in 2 weeks. But I am also going to be having a catalog kickoff party in June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not right at the beginning, but a couple weeks after. I want people to get their books and have them and have looked through them before I do it. So I'll get some information out on that. But if you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like me to be your demonstrator, I would love you to be my customer, and I would take very good care of you. And let me know if you need a catalog. I would get you one. Also, remember to share, invite your friends. I really do appreciate it. Word of mouth is how, I get out there and promote. And the more likes and clicks and hearts that I get, that all makes a huge difference. So, should we get to some drawings?
Sure can.
So, for the first drawing tonight, I need you, here it is. I'm going to give away these 2 cards. I think they're beautiful, and it's just kind of a launch. So you guys did really good. Look at all the tickets I got in my sharing. I love it. Okay. Ready, Bill?
Oh, Jan Robinson.
Oh, Jan Robinson. You won tonight's cards. I'm so thrilled about that. I think you're going to love them if you want to stamp with me anytime. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do one for product. Let me show what I'm going to...
What are we giving away?
Okay, I'm giving a sampler pack of the Botanical Gardens.
Ooh.
I know, this stuff is awesome. I've done so many fun cards. What I love about it is the other side is black and white, you guys. So this is perfect for doing all those fun projects like my sunshine cards. So let's draw again. Let me grab the ticket. Oh, hold on. Let me mix it.
Reaching way down in there. Kayla Stoops.
Okay, Kayla, I do not know you, so you'll need to message me your address, Kayla, so that I can get these mailed out to you. For those who are, I saw someone was saying that you would like a catalog. You need to send me a message here on Facebook, and I'll get back to you today or tomorrow. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for letting me into your home, and I will see you next week at Wednesday night for another Facebook Live using some more fun products. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.